Hey girls, and welcome to day 4 of the Align and Glow video series. Today is all about increasing your life and your impact right now. So just bear with me 1 second. I'm going to do the usual. I'm going to share this across the group, across my profile and everything, and let's get as many of you on as I possibly can. If you are joining me live, do say hey, of course. It's always nice to see who is on. And if you are watching on the replay, drop replay in the comments box below. I'm just going to share this out to a few different places and then go live on Instagram as well. So hopefully we can get a few of you girls on. Just bear with me 1 second. Let's set this all up. So if you're joining me live, do say hey, because I can't actually see who is on, who is joining me. Move all of this stuff, and then we can get going with today's training, which is the final. Oh, hey, Sam! Which is the final video training of this Align and Glow series. Just bear with me 1 second. Let's go on Instagram as well. Just hang on 1 second whilst I do the normal intros on Insta. Hey, Instagram. So I'm back again. Day 4 of the Align and Glow video training series, and I'm so excited for this one. And of course, I'm so excited just to be live again and sharing all of these vibes with you gorgeous girls. So today is all about increasing your life and impact now. I'm going to jump right into that in just a moment. So if you are joining me live on Facebook or on Instagram, do say hey. And if you are watching me on the replay, do please share your comments and share your biggest takeaways with me. I always love to catch up with all of your comments and everything at the end. It really makes it so much more fun. So just so you do know, yesterday I released 4 spots for my brand new Show Up and Shine exclusive 6-month transformation program. One of those spots has been filled already, girls. So there is only now 3. The link to speak to me further about this 6-month transformation program, if you are on Facebook, the link is above this video right now. You'll see that if you book your call with me by following that link right now, you'll also be eligible for some exclusive bonuses as well. But that's only valid for the next 24 hours. And if you are on Instagram and you want to speak to me, the link is in my bio. Go and follow the link in my bio. Like I said, I released 4 of these 6-month exclusive one-to-one spots yesterday, and 1 has gone straight away, girls. So be fast. Don't think twice. Go, go, go. And that actually is what all today's training is all about, is about time and about how we really want to make best use of our time whilst we are here, girls, whilst we are on this planet, because guess what? Time is the one thing that we can't get back. And yeah, like if we're not careful, we don't use our time wisely. So I really want to jump into that today. So let me go back to starting off with sharing my story. For any of you who maybe aren't familiar with the backstory, or maybe aren't familiar as to what possessed me to even go down this route that I'm in now. Somebody asked me on a Facebook Live yesterday, what made me desire to change, what made me want to change my life so suddenly. Hey, Victoria, thanks for joining. Somebody asked me yesterday what made me change direction and change my life so suddenly. So I thought it'd be really useful for any of you watching this today to just share a little bit about the backstory, where I was at, and exactly what made me change direction so suddenly and completely just, you know, go 100% in a new direction. So like I mentioned yesterday, one of the huge trigger factors for me was the fact that I was about to turn 30. So I was 29, and as soon as I got to 29, I was like, oh gosh, like I'm going to be 30 next year. Hey, Emma. And so we all of a sudden have this sense of urgency around time when age is involved and time is involved. And something just switched in my mind where it made me take a close look at all the decisions that I had made up until that point in my life, and really reflect and evaluate the position I was in and the position I desired to be in. And truth be known, the position that I was in comparison to the vision I had in my head for myself was worlds apart, girls. Like, it wasn't even close. I was so far out of alignment and so far away from my highest vision for myself, that no wonder I was feeling so unhappy, so unfulfilled, and just so stressed out about life, because I just felt like I didn't have any real purpose or real meaning. Although deep down I knew that I had a much greater purpose to fill. But obviously I was hiding in the shadows. I was hiding behind that. I was dimming my light and just trying to fit in, instead of actually being brave enough to get out there and do what I do now. So first things first, what triggered the change for me, girls, was my we wait until our back's against the wall? Why do we wait until we're in like one of these urgent situations before we spring into action? You know, what is it that we're all waiting for? Why couldn't I have made that decision like 5 or 6 years ago, 5 or 6 years earlier, and started living my dreams earlier? I waited until I was about to approach 30 and then thought, oh shit, like I actually haven't done half the things that I desire to do in my life. And if I'm not careful, soon I'm going to be 30 and then I'm going to be 40 and then I'm going to be 50. And all of a sudden it's like time felt like it was running out. And I was like, you need to take action, and you need to take action fast. So that is what really pushed my back against the wall. Let me know in the comments. Victoria says, so relatable. Yeah, exactly. Let me know in the comments if you do relate with this, because the truth is, girls, your time is limited. It actually is. And every moment that you are not spending your time living out your desires for yourself, living out your best life for you, is just a moment wasted. Every day that you are maybe staying in the job that absolutely like sucks the life out of you, or staying in the relationship that you know is over, or staying in the group of friends just because you've been friends with them since school but you've no longer got anything in common. Every single moment that you spend time in this energy is just time wasted that you can never get back. And wouldn't you much prefer to be spending that time and spending that energy around the people who inspire you, elevate you, understand you, working at creating a business even, or working in a job that you love, or creating the coaching business of your dreams, traveling, living a life on your terms and creating a life on your terms? Wouldn't you much prefer to be doing all of that stuff than what you could potentially be doing right now, which is just stalling and putting things off? So I wanted to take a moment. For those of you who are online, you can do this live with me now. And for those of you who are watching on the replay, please do give this exercise a go. It's actually really, really powerful when we shift our focus onto something else. And so I would love to know how you found this exercise, because I know it was something that triggered like huge sort of emotion and realization in me. So if you are on live right now, and even if you're watching the replay, do just close your eyes for just 1 second and take a few deep breaths in. It's really important you do this, because just showing up for these Facebook Lives and paying attention to this training is amazing. But I really want you to just get used to sitting down and tuning into the energy that you are in, and being open and ready to receive, you know, a new perspective. and yeah, a new way of looking at things. So yeah, just close your eyes, take a few deep breaths in, and just do this quick visual exercise with me. So it's an exercise that I got out of a book. I think it was Stephen Covey. I think it was The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I think, if I remember rightly. I want you to visualize that you are turning up at a church and there is a funeral going on. And you walk in through the back doors, you see everybody, in the rows of seats. Everybody's got that like sad look on the face and the energy is really down. So you walk in through the back of the church and you start to walk down the aisle towards where the casket is at the bottom of like the altar. As you start to get closer and closer to the altar, you realize that the funeral that you are actually at is your own funeral. And you are having this sort of outside perspective on your own funeral. Everybody is there who is a part of your life. Your friends are there, your family was there, everyone who you've ever impacted in your life is here at the funeral. And of course, they get up to say a few words about you. What is it that people are saying about you? What is the legacy that you left? What is it that you are being remembered for? Think about that for a moment. And I get it's a bit of a mad exercise to do, but if that doesn't help you gain huge perspective on the fact that one day that will be the case, like our time is limited, and if you want to be remembered for something amazing, if you want to leave a legacy, if you want to impact people in some way, then you need to start doing that right now. Because why wait? We all want to be here to do something amazing. We all want to leave a positive impact on this world. I know for a fact, if you are following me, it's not random that you've come across my Instagram or Facebook profile, by the way. Nothing is ever random. If you are interested in any of the words that I speak, then there's a huge chance you are exactly the same as me, where you believe you are here for a much higher purpose. You believe you are here for so much more. You know deep down that you are capable of achieving so much more. But you just need to get that sense of urgency into you that actually you're not going to be on this planet forever. So you really need to start acting now and getting that sense of urgency in, so that you can start taking the action steps and start being fearless enough to start confidently going after your dreams. Let me just see what some of the comments are here. Samantha, I've been thinking deeply about this today. Lovely, how very apt. This morning I was at a friend's funeral. There we go, Samantha. I'm sorry to hear that, but there we go. This is exactly what I'm talking about. It really does make you think. We are mortal at the end of the day. We need to make the most of the time we have been given. Well, you just started speaking about the funeral just after I wrote this. Weird. No way. That is so, so weird. So girls, I know like that is a one of those. Oh, hang on just 1 second. Don't know why my Instagram's just gone off the live and I don't want that to happen. Just 1 second, girls. Okay, it's checking connection. I'm not sure. I don't know what happened there, Instagram. I'm so sorry. It dropped off, but I'm back. So yeah, that was just one of those things for me that really shifted perspective for me. That was like, okay, I'm approaching 30. I know deep down I'm here for a much higher purpose. I've been avoiding this, following this purpose for so long. I've been running away from it, when actually, how's about I run towards it and think more with my life. And I am so passionate about making this happen for myself now that I am going to do whatever it takes to make it happen. And this is the mindset that I want you girls to get in, because the minute you reach this point and the minute you reach this mindset where you say, do you know what, enough is enough, I can't do this no more, I have had enough of living paycheck to paycheck, putting everybody else's needs before mine, making sure that everyone else is okay, not paying attention to me and my dreams. The minute you get to that point and you for you, and nothing externally will have changed, your finances in your bank won't have changed, your living circumstances won't have changed. The only thing that needs to change in order for you to shift and start making things happen right now is the decision in your head. It's all a mindset. So in answer to that question that I got yesterday, which was what made me suddenly want to change my life, number one, it was the fact that I was about to turn 30 and I had not even come close to achieving anything that I desired to achieve. And number two, I always felt this immense pressure. Since I was a little girl, like, I always kind of felt this responsibility. You're here to do great things in the world. You are here to inspire others. And I got to the age of 30 and I thought, right, this is my time. I can't not do this. I can't ignore these feelings any longer. I have to follow what this is. And I'm going to follow this now by any means necessary. I don't care what it takes for me to make this vision in my head a reality. I'm going to do it. And that's the difference. That was the mindset I got myself into, because my back was against the wall. I was at a crossroads in my life where I had two choices, girls. The first choice was to shut up and settle down, settle with what I've got, and just accept that that was the best that I was ever going to get. Or my second choice was to brave it, do what I had to do, which was an absolute hell of a lot that I had to do, to free myself from the little boxed in prison that I had imprisoned myself in for years and years and years, through my own self-doubt and through my own limiting beliefs, nobody else's. And this is huge as well, girls. The first thing that I had to do in order to free myself from the life that I had created, which it was unhappy and unfulfilling at that point, was take 100% responsibility for every single decision that I had made up until that point. No, it was nobody else's fault. It was all my own doing, all my own choices. And if I wanted to get myself out of the situation that I was in and begin to start confidently living my dreams, then I could no longer be a victim and blame circumstances outside of myself and say, oh, I can't live my dream because I can't afford it, I've got no money, whatever other excuses, I'm scared, I've got no confidence and all this. No, all those things had to go, and my mindset had to become one of, I'm going to do this, end of. Like, these were my two choices: settle with where I was, or throw myself in the deep end and really, really, really go for it. And so obviously by now that you're watching these live videos, you know what I chose to do. I chose to go for it. I chose to follow my desire, but most importantly, follow that feeling inside, which I believe is my soul calling. I believe this is my soul purpose, to be here, to inspire, to motivate, and to empower women to never settle for a life that is anything less than they deserve and desire. And I am so about it is because I was once that girl who did settle for shit that was nowhere near at my standard of what I desired for my highest vision for myself. So if you are watching these videos and you are simply just watching, but you've not yet got yourself to the point of taking action, then either you are comfortable with where you are and haven't quite grasped the concept yet that time is going to run out eventually in life and you need to take action now, and begin to leave your legacy now. Think about, what do you want to be remembered for? What do you want people to say about you? And then also, the other reason that you're not taking action just yet is because you haven't got your back up against the wall yet. You haven't reached that point where like enough is enough, and you've burned all the bridges behind you and gone all in on this new journey and followed that, you know. Now for me, girls, it was very much a spiritual sort of journey that I 100% went on and continue to go on. And you have heard me all share a million times by now, Light is the New Black changed my life, which is a book that changed my life. Not just reading the book, but actually implementing the steps that she teaches in that book. That book really helped me learn that I had, that I wasn't going crazy all of this time, that the soul callings and the soul purpose that I had felt since I was a little girl meant something, that I wasn't the only person in the world who felt this way, who felt this immense pressure to inspire and empower other people, because I felt that ever since I was little, but I dimmed it down and didn't want to share that with anybody until I approached 30. And that's when everything changed, and I thought, no more. Like, I know for a fact I'm here to do great things in the world. I know for a fact I want to be a positive impact, and I want my legacy to be that I inspired, millions of people if I can. What they're capable of achieving. So you need to connect with your why, girls. If you haven't taken action on living out this soul purpose, living out all of your desires just yet, then you aren't clear enough on your own desires for doing it. Maybe you've got a little bit of an inkling. Yeah, I think I want to help people, but why? Why are you so passionate about helping people? What is it that triggers you so much that you could actually feel the emotion burning up inside of you, because you are so passionate that you never want somebody to ever experience the thing that you want to help them with? Because that's what it's like for me. I spent a lot of time living as a victim of my own circumstances, girls, feeling sorry for myself, being a princess, being a victim, when the truth of the matter was I create my own destiny. And as soon as I learned that, as soon as I empowered myself, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to share this with every single girl that I meet, because I never want to feel like, I never want anybody to feel how I felt, which was so not disempowered, if that's even a word. I didn't feel empowered for a huge chunk of my life, and felt unfulfilled, and lost and scared, and spent a lot of time living in fear, when all I had to, if I had have known all of this from when I was younger, which we don't get taught it obviously, then I wouldn't have ever had to have experienced that too. I never want any girl to feel how I felt, which is why I'm so passionate about this message, which is why I aim to inspire and empower women to live their best lives, but also to follow their soul purpose, girls. If you are anything like me, and I know you all are, because every single one of you messages me saying that Light is the New Black really resonates with you on a soul level as well. Now, if you've read that book and it resonates with you as well, then we are exactly the same. And you know deep down that you are here on this planet to raise the vibration, to step out from the shadows, and to seriously spread your light and spread your positivity. And that, girls, is what I'm all about. That is what my Show Up and Shine program is all about. Don't forget, as I'm just ranting on one right now, do not forget, girls, that if any of this is resonating with you, that the link is above this video if you are on Facebook, and it's in my bio if you are on Instagram. That, girls, if you feel any kind of pull as to what I am saying right now, then we need to connect, and you need to be getting yourself out there, like I say, showing up and shining your light in the same exact way that I am doing, and getting your empowering message out into the world, because there is somebody in the world who needs to hear your message. There is somebody who needs to hear what you have to say, because you can stop them from going through their own suffering, because you've already lived it, you've already experienced it, and you get to help the next person. And that is exactly what all this coaching business things and that are about. Now, I speak to so many of you who desire to help the world, desire to help everybody, but you have to start with helping yourself. What can you do today to increase your life for yourself? What can you do to start living life for you? One of the huge continuous problems that I see in a lot of you who I do speak to, and this was exactly the same for me. We have this huge desire to help so much that we give our power away, and we give it freely. We give our energy away to absolutely everybody, and we leave ourselves till last. That cannot happen anymore, girls. You are no use to anybody, least of all yourself, if you do not take care of yourself first. And I know that I did that for so many years. I went around trying to help and fix absolutely everybody, taking on everybody's emotions, really feeling and I left myself till last, girls. And I know that if you are watching any of these trainings and you've been following along with me so far, I know that this is what you're doing as well. When deep down, you know you're here to be a bright light. You're here to show up and shine, but you can't do that until you begin to help yourself first. That is some of the things that I work on exclusively with my one-to-one clients. So don't forget that the links are above the video if you are on Facebook, and there's some exclusive bonuses in there as well if you do book a call in with me straight away. Instagram, the link is in my bio, girls. I released 4 spots for this program yesterday. One's gone straight away and I only have 3 left. This is the chance to step out from hiding in the shadows, working that soul-sucking job that you don't want to work anymore, and really stepping out and elevating yourself and getting yourself out there for the world to see you in all of your glory. Seriously, living your best life. This is no joke. This is no joke, girls. Your time, the reason you're feeling like your time is limited is because it is. Time is ticking, girls. It really, really is. I can't stress that enough. Time is ticking. We're not going to be here forever. We're here once. We can do it amazingly if we want to, or we can allow fears to stand in the way. I really do hope after watching this video that if you take anything away from this at all, that you get yourself to that place where enough is enough, and you say to yourself, I know I can do this, and I am going to do this, whatever your dream is, I am going to make it happen by any means necessary. You have to have that level of a desire. You have to make that decision, and then you have to commit to that. Otherwise, nothing is going to happen. You are still going to be exactly where you are 6 months or 1 year from now. And I know, girls, I've spoken to some of you last year, and you know, you might have grown on an internal mental level and spiritual physical level, amazing, but some of you who I've spoken to a year ago are still in these jobs that you've told me that you absolutely hate, and you reason that you get scared to follow these dreams. Do not let any of these fears of failure or fears of success stop you from walking confidently in towards your dreams. 6 months from now, you could be in a completely different place, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially. 6 months. You could be in a totally different place. The only difference is that you need to make the decision to commit to your own transformation, and you have to be consistent with this stuff. So I, like I said, read Light and put the book down. I implemented everything in it that she said, which is why I was able to transform my life and then get the confidence to get myself out there and get myself to the point of where I'm at today. You can't just simply absorb information and then get off the phone or stop reading the book, stop watching the Facebook Lives and not take action on what you've just learned. You really need to start taking consistent action if you want your life to change. It's as simple as that. So let me see what Geraldine is saying. Thank you for being so brave and shining your light for the rest of us. I can't wait to carry on the journey. Oh, I miss you, Jerry. We need to catch up. Definitely, definitely. So girls, today's video was all about you increasing your life and your impact now. Can I just stress one more time that there is no other moment in your life that you need to think about other than now? The past is gone. The future is not here yet. The only time. And we were discussing mindset, and mindset is a wonderful, wonderful thing, girls. If you invest in your mind and you train it to only see opportunity and only see good and only see abundance, then that is what you're going to see. But if you don't train it to do those things and you don't do any of the stuff that I've been teaching you for the past 3 days, then all you're going to see is obstacles. All you're going to see is lack. All you're going to see is problems, things in your way. But when you reach that point where enough is enough and you've had enough of living the life that is not fulfilling you and you are ready 100% to go after all of your desires, then it's not going to matter to you which obstacle comes up in your way, because you are just going to smash through it. And let me tell you, especially if you are starting a business, an aspiring coaching business or anything like that, there are always going to be obstacles pop up. It's life. The perfect circumstance is not going to arrive for you to start this. You just start with where you are, with what you've got, trusting that better resources are going to be made available to you. Everything that I have shared so far, please don't just watch and not do anything with any of the information. I am sharing absolutely everything with you girls that I did for myself, that I do for my clients. This stuff works, but it takes consistent action on your part. So like I've said before, Instagram's just gone off. Like I said before, girls, 4 spots got released yesterday to work with me over a 6-month one-to-one transformational process, right? Now, ask yourself this. If you could have done it on your own by now, you would have done it. And I know this because I was exactly the same. I got so far on my own. Yes, I did amazing on my own, and I got myself to a real good point with business and spiritual and mindset development. But all I was doing, girls, was surviving. I wasn't thriving. Now, the difference between survival and thriving for me personally, and I can only share my personal experiences, was having a coach to call me celebrate the wins with me when I am up. Now, entrepreneurship, girls, this spiritual journey that we are all here on, it can be a lonely, scary thing if you don't have the right support team around you. Just know, because I have so many kinds of people, girls, you don't need to be lonely in business. You don't even need to be lonely in this life. You don't need to be lonely on this journey. You can surround yourself with strong women who are going to elevate you, inspire you, and empower you to make all of your dreams come true and leave that legacy that I know you desire to leave. So girls, the difference for me, and like I say, I'm literally just sharing for me was getting myself around people and hiring a coach who could really elevate and support me on not just a business level, but a spiritual level, a mindset level, and an accountability level, so that I don't fall off track. I continue to grow. How many times have you tried to implement a new habit? Many of you might go away this week and implement some of this training, and then by next week you might have stopped. And the truth is, girls, you're not going to see the transformational result unless you do this type of stuff over a long period of time. You actually need to continue doing it for the rest of your life. But in order to get you out of the position that you are in now and catapult you, and I mean catapult you to a completely new place 6 months from now, you have transformation program is all about. So girls, Facebook, the link is above here. Don't forget, there are some exclusive, amazing bonuses if you book your call in with me within the next 24 hours. The link is above. And again, Instagram, the link is in my bio. Girls, I really do hope I have drove home the importance of time for you today. You can always get more money. You can never get more time. Once your time is spent, it's spent. So choose wisely how you are spending your time. If you are spending 90% of your time or even 50% of your time feeling unhappy, feeling unfulfilled, feeling like you are here for more, feeling like something is missing within you, then wouldn't you prefer to flip that and experience what it feels like to actually live the life of your desires and actually realize and know that you have the power to create your dreams, that you have the power to make this huge impact that I know you desire to have, and that you have the power to leave your legacy and for everyone to remember just how inspirational, positive, empowering the impact that you had on this world. I know this means something to you girls. I know it does. I know it does because it means so much to me. So girls, do not forget, really do hope I've drove that home today. Let me know in the comments if you resonate with any of this. I could go on and on and on and on about it because I am so passionate about it. I just hope, I really do hope that as you are watching this, you get to that is enough. I can't go on like this anymore. If you are at that crossroads, if you are feeling pulled to go in that new direction, if you are feeling pulled to do so much more with your life, do not stay sitting at that crossroads. The quicker you can make a decision that you are going for it and you are going all in, the better it is for you. I promise you that now, because a whole new side of you will emerge that you didn't even know existed. And you're going to find yourself in these maybe uncomfortable but new territory, but it's the most empowering place to be in, because as you find yourself in new space that you've never been in before, guess what happens? You rise up and you grow and you fill that space and you become a better version of yourself as you lean in towards the universe, as you lean in towards your dream. Experiencing any kind of an uphill struggle right now, you are not leaning in to the universe, you are resisting it. So girls, one more time, hope you have all enjoyed the Align and Glow series, by the way. Do go back over all the trainings if you implement. This is no joke. This is your life. You get to choose how you live it. That's all I'm going to say. You have the choice. It is 100% your responsibility what you do with your time here on this earth. Now, I made my decision 2 years ago, and now I'm living out all of my desires. You get to make that choice for yourself as well, girls. I really do hope that you choose to move forwards, that you choose to connect with your desire, and that you choose to move forwards by any means necessary. So again, girls, if you are watching on Facebook, please say hey in the comments. And you know, if you are feeling called to speak to me a little bit more about this one-to-one, don't forget the link is above this video. There are now only 3 spots remaining. Same for you, Instagram. However, the link is in my bio for you. So thank you all for joining. I would love to hear your biggest takeaways, and I would love to speak to some of you who I know resonate with this message. Let's get on a call. Let's talk. ASAP, girls. Stop waiting. Stop procrastinating. The time is now. Your time is limited, girls. So I hope to speak to each of you soon.